Hello, I'm Ginger.
And I'm Tori.
We're two black girls navigating adulthood while trying to make this shmoney.
Our goal is that this podcast will help you realize that you are not alone on your journey to achieving your dreams.
Each week, there will be a new podcast where we talk about lifestyle,
self-fulfillment,
and achieving your goals. Now let's begin. All right. Good morning. Hi,
Good
everyone.
morning.
It's so good to see you. Hey, Tori. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing, Ginger?
Girl, I am in need of some self-care. That's how I'm doing.
Yes.
It's been a long week. So we're at the end of the week now. It's, we're heading into the weekend. It's been a long week. It's just like, oh my goodness. I need some time for myself. I need some rest. I need some relaxation. I need some rejuvenation. I need to reel it back in, refocus, rejuvenate, reconnect. And what better way than to do that with self-care? And that's what we're talking about today. Our topic today is self-care. So thank you everybody who tuned in and who's listening. If you came here, then you are also in need of some self-care, some relaxation. Trust me. We're there too. From a long week when you're exhausted, maybe people getting on your nerves, I don't know. But
Yep, job stressful, need alone time in a house full of people, all that stuff.
all those great things. We're just gonna be a tad bit passive aggressive. No. But yeah, so this morning, we are burning candles. Tori, what are you burning this morning?
I am burning my DW home candle. It's called Unwind. Hopefully it would help me unwind this morning.
I feel it. I am burning my Sunset Valley candle. It's like this. It's beautiful. It's big and purple over there. It's on the other side of the room, so I can fill the room up. But I am burning that this morning. It helps me to relax and just kind of refocus and those kinds of things. So yeah, self-care. Lord Jesus, we know you need it. So, Tori, I guess, today since we're talking about self-care, what are your overall thoughts of self-care? Like, what are you feeling?
I think that self-care can seem intimidating, for some people. Because when we think of self-care, I don't know, my mind goes to YouTube videos when there are people who they have money. And they're, going on vacations and spending money on, going to the spa. And I do not have that money at this moment. So really, it's important that we make self-care realistic. And it could be even the little things. Like having your special coffee that costs $2 extra compared to the Great Value brand. Things like that.
I feel it.
But self-care is important.
I feel it. Also, when it comes to self-care, Tori and I, we're avid watchers of YouTube, and you always see, people with these pretty filters, and they're doing all this, and this, and they're just like, and today I ran myself this blah, 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 and, I bought this, and it's just so many, steps, and I'm just like, oh, I would love to live that self-care life. And it's just like, how can we self-care luxuriously on a budget when I might not have the giant soaker tub, I mean, I have a tub, but maybe not the most giant one, and maybe I don't have all the, sugar scrubs and everything, So self-care on a budget. I need to go to my local store and go pick up some things. But yeah, self-care can be intimidating because we do feel like it has to be like this grand gesture, but self-care can be little things that you do every day. How you unwind at night, how you take time for yourself in the evening, maybe from reading to maybe you promise yourself every night, I'm soaking in the bath, I'm taking a bath, and I'm going to soak and have my bubbles, and maybe you read, maybe you listen to some music, but just having time for yourself, take care for yourself is self-care. And today we're going to hit on self-care in many different ways, like physical self-care, right, from the baths to, the scents and all those kind of things, mental, emotional self-care, and just kind of how to incorporate both physical and, mental, emotional self-care, either daily or even having a selected day where you also take time to rejuvenate, reconnect, and rewind. because we definitely need it. So let's get into the most, I guess, forefront form of self care is the physical self care.
Mm-hmm.
Tori, what are some ways that you like currently take care of yourself, like physically, maybe the physical self care aspect?
For my physical, one, I need to make sure that I nourish my body. I mean, I give myself great food that gives me energy throughout the day. Right now, I'm really making sure that I look at my diet and understand what's not giving me energy. Maybe like limiting the amount of soda I drink, drinking more water. I have my water bottle that I drink. Really, I drink two of them a day. I forgot. This is like 64 ounces. You really only need like 64 ounces a day, but I drink more than that. And, you know, moving my body in the morning is really important. If I don't, I know that I will be probably a little more sluggish throughout the day. I know that being active is really important for my mental health because after I, work out in the morning, I feel energized for the day and I feel like I've done something really important.
I,
How about you, Ginger?
I feel it. I feel it. Let's see. Well, one thing I want to incorporate more of, like you said, is consistently moving my body every day. So, a couple of podcasts ago or whatever, I was talking about how I was just not motivated. It was actually the motivation podcast, and I had took
Mm-hmm.
just 5 minutes to move my body to just I bicycled on the floor or something, and just even when I don't have all the time in the world, I would like to do that more. But I do try to get up and move my body, even if it's like 5 minutes of stretching. I'm trying to be more consistent with that. Even if it's like running in place, I'm like, come on, Jen, do it.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I love getting up in the morning, making my coffee, and I have this coffee mug. I didn't bring it this morning, but I have my coffee mug that says, I have not met a coffee that I didn't like.
Mm-hmm.
And so I love that coffee mug. I have everything from that to my Disney World coffee mug. I just have so many different mugs that I like to use. It's like my form of self-care. It's like, start up my day drinking my coffee, putting my creamer in, throwing my sugar
Mm-hmm.
in there, having a nice little smooth cup of coffee is very nice. I also, what else do I do? I try to listen to music I really enjoy, music that I really love. In the morning or maybe in the evening, maybe stuff that gets me pumped up. I might be, bumping rap, or sometimes it's gospel. It just really depends on the mood for that day. But just getting into music, and yeah, and another thing too is like physically what I wear. So what you wear
Mm-hmm.
really makes a huge difference in how you feel.
Yes, it does.
And so for example, today, we're in our bonnets or in our, our robes, our pajamas and everything. And I'm in a very kind of relaxed, chill mood, so
Mm-hmm.
on those days when I'm at home, like relaxing and chilling, this really helps me out. Versus when I know I need to get up and get hustling, and it's like, okay, we got to go. We got to get into action. Then I need to wake up and get dressed. And even working from home, or doing things from home, getting up, throwing on a face, a little maybe lipstick, a little gloss or whatever you need, that makes you feel good, making your hair really nice, whatever, right, throwing on some jeans, maybe throwing on a suit, some slacks,
Mm-hmm.
a skirt, a dress, whatever, some nice loafers, anything can just make you feel, it just makes you feel good, and I feel like when you look good, you feel good, and looking good means something different. Like some days I'm just like, this is me, this is the mood I'm in. And some days I need to put on that extra suit and tie, bow tie, whatever, blouse, whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
physically putting on things that make you, feel good, that are actually comfortable to wear,
Yeah.
comfortability is huge. Am I comfortable in what I'm wearing, or do I feel like I'm wearing something, for this look or for that look? So loving what you wear, loving how you look, but loving how you feel. And I even throw in lotion, some scented lotions to make me smell good and feel
Mm-hmm.
good. How does my skin feel? So there's so many different ways that you can engage in daily self-care like that, physically, um, and even drinking water. So
Mm-hmm.
so yeah. But I feel you on the taking care of your body and eating healthier things. I definitely want to, go more towards eating healthier because some days those flaming hot fries, they calling my name. I promise. I'll be at the store and I'm like, wow, and they're only $2. And that yellow 75, it's just not good for me. So, but it be tasting great, and so I have to, switch that out. Maybe have it every now and then. It's a form of self-care too when I want my snacks. But that balance.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, definitely physically, you have to really make sure you're taking care of yourself. I've been finding a newfound love for putting on makeup. I am not Jackie Ina. She be beaten to the gods.
Boy,
she
yeah.
be.
I'm not able to do that.
Or like, one of my girls, Nikki Tutorials, she be getting it. I'm just like, I just put on my foundation, I have like this cream I put on first, foundation, little eyeshadow and some lip gloss on the days I wear makeup, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm a whole new woman. Who is she? That's Jen, and so even that, I'm just like, wow, I feel so, put together. Ooh.
It's amazing what a little bit of makeup will do. Like, you don't need much. I like a simple foundation. Important thing, a gloss. I need a gloss. Or a matte, like a nude, or at least my nude. Lipstick. And my thing is mascara. Mascara and, eyeliner. I love a cat eye. Especially when I have glasses. I like my eyes to be expressive.
I feel it.
But just doing that little thing make you feel cute.
That's one thing about wearing glasses. Like, sometimes makeup is a struggle because it's I'm wearing glasses. Can y'all see that I wing it out and then I, throw a little, and so it's that's also that's a whole other debate about glasses. But yeah, I would totally agree. I would say that you'd be surprised. Throwing on like earrings is really.
Look, I put my little tiny hoops on because it's strange to go without them.
I feel. I have like 2 ear piercings. I didn't wear my earrings today, but yeah, featuring my blue headphones. But yeah, so like throwing on earrings. Let me see what else. Just all kinds of things. Throwing on like comfortable shoes. I have like fluffy slippers today that I enjoy wearing. So yeah, it's just feeling good in the skin that you're in. And also another form of physical self-care is like looking at yourself and being like, ooh girl, look at you cute today, telling yourself and telling yourself that you look good. It's nothing wrong with looking good. It's nothing wrong with telling yourself, girl, you look good today. You look at you out here stunting on them, flex on them real quick, So that's that's very important, to be uplifted and to feel good in your skin. So, and that's something, it took me a long time to get there. It takes a little extra confidence, but see, it's a confidence booster, and it helps with insecurities and stuff too. When when I have a little, my favorite outfit on, and I feel like I smell good, and I feel like I look good, it helps me, feel more confident, in general, like overall, even, and it trickles because even when I don't have like the makeup on or maybe, that outfit on, it's like I still like that confidence, it filters over, for me anyway. And I'm just like, I feel good. It makes me more comfortable in being me. So you have to be comfortable in being you. So from physical to mental and emotional, because there's totally different planes. They go together because you need them both. But mental and emotional self-care is a different form of self-care. So Tori, tell me about your mental emotional self-care, girl.
So, when I have freak out sessions, which happens more often now as I get older, I need to make sure that I have a de-escalation plan. And really, my first step is, 1, get all my emotions out. And sometimes, when, let's say, there was a job I really wanted and I didn't get it, it's important that I mourn the loss of that opportunity, but mourn it in a way that's purposeful. Don't just cry to be crying. Cry, get it out, then take a moment to breathe, and then I just pray. I thank God for what I have right now, and I know that He's doing things right now, and He has things planned for me in the future. My third step is really to kind of say my little mantra. Like I got two mantras from this little YouTube video of these little kids, just saying things that they've heard from their parents. One is from a cute little boy. You guys probably know him. He said, I am smart. I am blessed. I can do anything." And I just thought that was so cute. And there's this little girl. She was at the doctor's office getting her vaccination. And even though she was scared, she said, "My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do." And really, I just say those two mantras over and over again until I feel like I can, ground myself in reality. And then after that, I take a piece of paper and a pen and I write down, what can I actually do about this situation? What can I do in the future?
Yeah, girl,
to,
I feel it. I feel it.
Keep myself from reacting in a negative way, and then treat myself and just handle business.
Yeah, I feel it. And another thing that I've been finding important is like meditation and taking that quiet time for yourself. It's so important to take quiet time. As a person that loves to talk, I love to talk, and then I'm like super busy. So like I'm talking and like typing at the same time, and then somebody's on the phone, and then I got that TV on, and and I realize that I get exhausted very quickly that way. I get overwhelmed very quickly. I get exhausted very quickly. I get burned out very quickly. And that was something in the motivation video that we talked about in our podcast there, talking about burnout and where does burnout come from. And if you lack in self-care, your self-care is not like strong, then you are more prone to getting burned out. And so like being able to take some time, have that silence, have that rest, no TV, no social media, none of those things on, and taking a break and having that quiet time is so important. Also too, if you're somebody like me who has like an overactive mind, right, where my mind just doesn't want to rest, finding you a scripture, finding you a saying, finding you an inspirational quote, something that that makes you feel good, like I can do it, anything, anything that you can say to yourself, that you can focus on in your mind that's positive, and then having that silence and having that like nice positive saying in your mind, and just taking that time to and breathing. Oh my gosh, I hold my breath when I'm stressed. Like I'm like,
I do too.
I'm holding my breath, I'm not breathing, then my breath is so shallow, all kinds of stuff. So like really not holding your breath, breathing throughout the day. There are times where like I need to step away, and like I will, if I'm in a crowded space, go to the nearest bathroom, go to like a separate room that might not have anybody in it, and I'm just like, right, I got this, I can do it. It's really good before interviews. It's really good before you have to do big presentations, or just even day-to-day interactions, because sometimes day-to-day interactions can be, I know that when I get into the classroom and I'm teaching these wonderful children, I might need to take a second, to just breathe a little bit before my next class and all those kind of things. And by you taking that time and you caring for yourself, separating yourself, maybe taking that quiet time, you're helping everybody else that's in the room working with you, because then you're not going bonkers, trying to, manage. But yeah, so I think it's very important to do that and to be stable of your emotions. And these are all things that I'm hoping for. So in this podcast, Tori and I, we're talking about our journey, and we're like, giving like little pieces of advice and stuff. But also too, we're on a journey. Like we are on a journey of learning. These are, this is like where we are now, where we used to be, where we're trying to be. And all of this is just a journey. We're all just trying to figure it out too, No, we're not perfect. We're like, So some days we got it together. Like some days I'm like, self-care, meditation, scripture. I done did 15 push-ups. I done had my wonderful coffee. Makeup is on point. Clothing is just, and everything is looking great. I done took 15,000 deep breaths today, and I'm just on it. And then some days I'm sitting in the corner, rocking back and forth. I'm like, help me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, that might seem funny, but like some days I am in the corner, I'm just like, you know, and I'm just like trying to get it together. And I love this. So I love this YouTube channel, and I would recommend everybody to like go try it out at least once. Her name is like, it's called Boho Beautiful, and it's this husband and wife couple, and they do yoga and meditations, right? And so she always says, you know, she says this thing sometimes at the end of the practice, where she's like, you know, you have to take life kind of for what it is. Take the, you know, there's goods, there's bads, there's ups, there's downs, you know, but being grounded is important. So she always like, we'll do like this last, it's called corpse pose. We'll lay on the ground, and like she's just like, you know, feel the earth supporting you as your foundation under your body, you know, and just, you know, take life as it comes. That some days things are excellent, some days things are not excellent. But I think it's really nice because she has all kinds of yoga for beginners and everything. And I don't recommend anything I don't believe in myself, you know, like I'm, you know, this is a shameless plug for that YouTube channel, but it really has helped me. You know, she does 10-minute meditations, and it's very relaxing music, and she does so many different like places, right, on a mountain, next to a river, all kinds of things. So getting into yoga is very nice because you move your body and you get to have that mental, you know, like meditation thing going on. That also too, another one I love, Grow with Joe. Like, and she does like dances, and like she's like, you got this, you can do it. And you know, she like, you dance to music, and like, and I'm a dancer, so it's fantastic. I used to, you know, dance, tap, jazz, ballet, all those kind of things. And so like dancing and working out is my thing because I love to dance. So that is also nice too. And she's very motivational and like, you got it, you did it. So if you need something a little more pumped up, and she has so many different ones on there too. So those are two channels of like fitness and health. But also they focus on the mind and things too that I would definitely look into for sure. So, you know, they're great. And hopefully one day they can listen to our podcast, and, you know, and yeah, man. And maybe one day we'll have them on here. Who knows? You know,
that'd be great.
That would be great for them to talk about self-care and caring about nutrition and health and fitness and meditation and all those kind of things. So, you know, we're open to collaborations and those kinds of things too. So, but yeah, having that mental and emotional. And I love how you said a de-escalation plan. So guys, Tori is my de-escalation plan. I am like, oh my God, Tori. And I like, you know, and I just like, and it's like a river. I know Tori's like, oh my gosh, girl, get your life together.
No.
But Tori's a part of my de-escalation plan. Tori's the one who told me I needed a de-escalation plan. But I think
Ginger can get wound up.
I can. I can get crunk. But anyway, I can, and sometimes I need like reasoning, and I'm just like, I'm isolating, leaving everybody, moving somewhere in another continent by myself in Antarctica. Like, and then Tori's like, okay, let's bring it back. Make a list of things, you know, that why do you want to go to Antarctica? Are you sure that's a good plan? Can you handle it while you're here? And, you know, I'm just like, you're right, Tori. I don't need to go to Antarctica to solve my problems, you know. And so, because the polar bears are there too, and they'll eat you up. But anyway, I heard polar bears get rowdy. So I'm like, oh Lord, they be killing seals. But anyway, look, this is not National Geographic. I do not know much about animals. Don't come for me. I don't know. I'm just, you know, talking out the side of my neck, I guess. But anyway. So yeah, I think that's important, but also too, I like to make sure that Tori that she is open. So that's one thing I'm working on, is that when I get ready to go vent to Tori, it's like, do you have like space right now for venting? You know, because Tori might also be going through her own thing where she might not have the capacity to handle a venting session, you know? Like where, you know, I know like Tori, you go through your own things, and if I'm just coming, and the world is blah 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 blah, and you're like, Jen, I just had a day, you know. So I try, and if I ever fail to do this, my apologies. I'm working on doing it more.
Oh, no.
But before I start venting, like, hey, do you have space, room, time right now for me? I just need to vent. I just need to talk something out. You know, do you have that capacity? Because I know too that if you keep pouring from your cup, eventually your cup becomes empty. You know what I mean? And I don't want your cup to become empty and I'm getting all this insight and like, Tori's right, but then, is Tori getting, what she needs from me too? And having a good friend is definitely that. So we shared our story about us meeting when we were 5. So we, Tori and I, we were friends, and then like college, you get busy. So we kind of separated for a little bit because you get busy, you go do your thing, your major, all those kind of things. And then we like reconnected about a year or so ago, and like it was just so nice to reconnect with somebody that I felt was like trustworthy and just so genuine. And I think having a person like that in your life that's genuine, that is truthful, that is honest, that is not a yes person either. Like you don't want someone that's just like, yeah, girl, go ahead, yeah, do that, yeah, that sounds great. You want somebody that's like, no, that's not for you, don't do that, that's not okay, and having someone that really is honest and doesn't sugarcoat things for you, someone that is, but someone that also knows how to, rock you when you need to be rocked, shoulder to cry on, So I love that about Tori. Like Tori is very like, no, they didn't do that. But at the same time, she's like, Jen, it's okay, give yourself some grace, So having someone that has that balance, and I just hope that I too can have that balance for Tori as well. So
No, you do. And Ginger, I'm so happy that we connected. But Ginger, in a way, talking to her is kind of self care, because she is she's a ball of sunshine, and I feel like a little plant off to the side. I'm gonna just bathe in the sunlight, because I can be sometimes when I'm like really busy or stressed out, I can just be very clinical, boom, 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 do what I gotta do. But Ginger is a breath of fresh air. So when I'm feeling down, I know Ginger's so she is she's amazing.
I be trying because
you're like my happiness pill. I'm like, let me go and see what you do.
Thank you, because it depends on the day. Because some days I'm like, this sky is falling, and but I'm like, I know, bro, we need a show. We need a Ginger and Tori show. Because some days I'm like, oh yeah, this is great, and we're gonna go out here and have 10 mansions, and we're gonna have 10 figures coming in, and I'm like, and then some days I'm like, I got $0.00, nobody knows. So I am working on emotional equilibrium, homeostasis. Thank you, Miss So and So, who taught me about homeostasis. I'm working on it. She know who she is. Speaking of that, my biology teacher in college, she was top tier. I would recommend everybody. I would say biology tutoring 101, dude. She was great. But yeah, that's a plug for her. Hug your local biology teacher. Socially distant though, air hug. So yeah, but it's really nice to have a friend, to have somebody that is a support, to have somebody that is, that has your back, and I love that. It's really nice. So I love you, Tori.
I love you too.
If nobody else knows, I love Tori. She is taken. You cannot have her as your best friend. She's my best friend. I have labeled her. She's getting a shirt.
That'll be cute.
It's gonna say Ginger's best friend on the back. Yay! You can't have her. It's just for the people in the back. Hey, you can't have her. But anyway. Oh my goodness. But I just think that incorporating self-care every day is just so important. We get silly over here. This is like not, the pristine, we only podcast formally with gowns on. We talk about real stuff here, real conversations. If you want real conversations, real talk and everything, come here for it. But I just want to say that to all my viewers, right? To everybody. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know like what's going on in your life. You might have a lot of stuff going on, but you got this, It's okay. And this is something I'm learning too. It is okay to step away for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes, for a day, and reconnect yourself, right? Sometimes it's like, I can't come in today. I can't watch the kids today. I can't, whatever that looks like for you. Boundaries. Learn your boundaries. Where can I give? Where can I not give? What can I compromise on? What can I not compromise on? There are some days where you need to step away, sit in your house, lock the doors, close the windows, you know what I mean, and get like your favorite ice cream and watch TV. I don't know. Whatever that looks like for you, but you just need that time. You need time, because if you keep pouring into other people, you're going to have an empty cup, and then you're going to realize there's nothing in the cup for you. There's nothing in the bowl for you. You fed everybody. You've taken care of everybody else's needs, but it's like, did you take care of yourself today? And that self-care is not just I do like to have one day where I just totally focus on self-care, but what if you don't have that one day of time like that? What if you need to incorporate self-care every day? What if your day is just that stressful every day? Having that time in the evening, having the time in the morning, whatever, in the middle of the day, having a chunk of time for yourself in that busy schedule that you have, and say, this is my time. This is my ginger time. This is my Tory time. This is my self-care spot. The phone can wait, the social media can wait, even if it's for a short period of time. You got to take that time for yourself, because if you're not running, you can't get the things that you want done. And the thing is that if you don't take care of yourself and you're like, oh my gosh, I got to do all this stuff, I don't have time to take off. If you don't take that time, your body will take that time, because if you don't take care of yourself, you might get sick, then you might end up being in a hospital. That's, a week, some days, however long that is. Now you have to, your body's like, no, you're taking this time now. You don't have a choice. If you don't sleep, your body will take that sleep, So letting your body reconnect on a physical level, but letting your mind, so you don't self-destruct, so you're not sitting, somewhere like just out of it, taking that time. And especially as we're in July, we're getting ready to come back up on the school year soon, and everything. So just taking that time for yourself, whether it be school, whether it be work, whatever the case may be, have some time for yourself. So yeah. And that's all I have for today. So I hope that everybody, take care of yourself, man. Take care of yourself. And another thing, please join our Facebook group. I'll have it in the description and everything. And join our Facebook group. Join our social media. And our social media will have things like tips and tricks. It'll tell you when we're coming out with more podcasts that you can listen and hang out with us. But also, too, you can interact with us. We're real people. We're real people. We reach out. We answer back. We're busy, but we do answer. And so, join our Facebook group. We're going to have so many good conversations there. We're trying to build community, but the point is that this podcast is not just just us. It's a community. We want to hear what you guys got to say. We want to hear what your self-care looks like, what motivation looks like for you, your story. So definitely share that with us, because we want to be a community of people that help each other, and that's important to Tori and I. We do a lot of community service here where we are, but just reaching out and helping someone and realizing that, hey, we're all in this together. It's not just me versus the world. It's everybody. We're all together. So yeah, reach out to us.
We really want to build a sense of community for all of our all of our listeners. And maybe on Facebook, on Instagram, you can just let us know about your victories. Maybe we can announce it during our podcast. If you have any things that you're worried about, you need some prayer, let us know. Maybe we can, say a prayer at the end of our podcast for people, because, praying by yourself, you have God always, and that's all you need. But it's really important to have people in your corner, and we also want you to know that we can be those people if you need it.
Yes.
We'll always be rooting for you and praying for you.
Also, too, if you have comments, questions, concerns, or something that's hey, can you talk about this in a podcast? Let us know. Even if you're just questions, can you ask this question during the podcast, and we can definitely do that, and you don't have to be on Front Street. It'll be anonymous if it's just someone asked blah 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 blah, right? And if you want us to shout you out, Susie said, hey, what's up, so yeah, but we're open to that, for sure, because this is a community, and it's a community that we want people that we can talk to and reach out for and all those kind of things, but we also want to be a resource too, that you're not alone. And one thing Tori and I are going through, which is why we started this podcast, is that we're going through young adulthood, right? We're really trying to figure it out. We're figuring out finances. We're figuring out, who we are, what we want, independence. It's all kinds of stuff we're trying to do. And you might be in that place as well, So you're not alone. And even if, you're just not alone. You're not by yourself. You got people that are going through the struggle of life with you. So, yeah. So that's all I have for today. I just want to thank you so much for listening and tuning in. It was fantastic. Thank you for listening to our podcast. If you want to hear more of us, we have it in the description box. You can go to our YouTube channel. We'll have all these resources linked for you. And I just thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Don't forget, take care of yourself. Take that time out for yourself, right? It's never like too much for you to take time for yourself. Take that time for yourself. Reconnect. Rejuvenate. Don't pour from an empty cup, So yeah, and we love you. I am Ginger.
I am Tori.
And we are I2, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.